What is up, guys? Welcome back to Clueless podcast. I'm Joe. I'm your host, Jamie Walton,
I'm Will.
and we are joined by our guest today, Liam Russ from the band Crude.
Hi guys. Hello.
So, today we're going to change up kind of what we do. We haven't actually talked too much about this. It was just kind of an idea, so we're going to see how it goes. We're going to scrap the Bundesliga scores because I actually watched one of our podcasts the other day. It's the first time I've ever watched one of our podcasts, and it was so boring. Like, the Bundesliga scores was just like, I'll just skip through. So instead of that, we're going to talk a little bit about football news, kind of across all of the leagues, but mainly focused at Aston Villa. Actually, Will supports, my dad supports, so I've got a soft spot. And so we're going to talk about them, their performances, and performances around them. So teams like West Ham, teams like Bournemouth, fighting for to stay up really. So Will, we'll start with Villa on Wednesday. What do you think about that?
Wednesday didn't see the first half. Second half we were good. However, as you know, there was that controversial goal in the first half where the ball was over the line, but all 7 of the cameras were blocked off. That's just incredible.
Got lucky there, but
he got the point we needed.
I just feel like, obviously we'll take a point in any game. We need points, but Dean Smith has got a good team. The likes of Jack Grealish, John McGinn, Conor Hourihane, Tyrone Mings. We've got a scorer. Jack Grealish is probably our best scorer, and he's not a striker. Your striker should be your best scorer, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so I just feel like we need to put someone in there. Davis, undoubtedly, brilliant player. He is a brilliant player. But also I noticed, especially in today's game, I can't actually remember Wednesday's game that well. I remember the controversial goal, that was funny. But I was laughing. But especially in today's game, he was up there alone. Tyrone Mings to clear the ball.
That's the thing. It was abandoned.
This would be like, who's here? Who's giving the options? Where can I put it?
Yeah.
Jackie is a forward playing player. Get forward. El Ghazi, get forward. It's crazy.
The issue is we don't want to concede, and throughout that game we'd taken a point against Chelsea, which is why we were defensive from the beginning. We got our goal, which made us even more defensive. Let's not touch this for too long, just because we've got a guest here who doesn't know anything about football.
Not a big fan. But let me just say this real quick before we move on.
Let's sum it up now quickly. Let's sum it up.
So Villa cannot defend. They're trying. They're like, oh, we need a point. We'll take a point. Let's draw. Let's get a 0-0. Let's defend. They can't. They can't put. They're too scared to put pressure on. They're too scared to man mark. I was watching today, and there was a couple of times where me and my dad was like, Chelsea would be on the ball and they'd be moving forward. And Villa would be moving backwards. They wouldn't put pressure, they'd be moving backwards. With Chelsea, they're moving forwards. Keeping the same distance. Keeping the 2 metre distance. I know. But when you're on the football pitch, it's different. Just put the pressure on. Get in their face. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. We're too defensive, but it's our play.
We're not good at it. We're too defensive, we're not good at it.
It's what we played for the last few years. All right. We'll touch this more next week.
Yeah.
For now, it's all about Liam.
Liam Russ from Crude Virtue. So, do you want to introduce yourself?
Well, hello. I'm Liam. Last name's Russ. I'm from Crude Virtue. Yeah.
Nice.
Right. Just oh shit at this stuff.
Just the questions as guidance.
I'm
questions.
Alright, so I'll start with the first one that can, kind of introduce the rest of it. Where did you find your love for music, and when did you find it?
Probably as a kid, about 4 or 5, I used to sing a lot of Northern Soul with my dad in his room, and gradually I found all his old Black Sabbath, Deep Purple CDs, and that kind of turned into the heavier kind of music. And it's always been like a positive outlet for a lot of negative emotions, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just been a good escape.
you mentioned there you found all his Black Sabbath CDs and you're personally quite into like the heavy metal. Lyndon, your drummer, when he came on the podcast, 4 or 5 weeks ago now, when he came on, he said that despite being in Crude, which is quite a heavy metal, punky kind of band, he was more into country, and he started his new country band or something like that now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Too much attention.
Has he left?
It's quite good. No, he's still in Crude.
Okay.
But he's not really for the kind of Crude music. He likes it. He said he was a bit of he called himself a music gypsy, so he kind of moved from genre to genre. Is the basis of the band and their music, does that come from you, or?
Sorry, what was that?
So with Lyndon, he's quite, he's all around music. And I don't really know Hamish or Brad too well, but just the basis of the music and the songwriting and the kind of genre that it is, does that come from you?
Say most, like in a lot of areas, yeah, because I write a lot of the chord progressions, the structures, I write all the lyrics, but everyone writes their own part, so it is a joint effort between everyone, really.
Right. Would you say that you control the style of the song? Do you have quite heavy influence over that, or what would you say about that?
I can be quite stubborn, if I'm honest. I like to say everyone gets a say and it's all equal, but if I don't like something, I'll just say it.
Fair enough. I mean, you're lead singer, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you're the one that sings it in the end, so yeah, that's fair enough.
When I'm going to base a lot of these, I don't know you too well though. The first time I've ever spoken to you is on Facebook asking you acknowledging on the podcast. So I'm going to base quite a lot of the questions off Lyndon's questions when he came on, and he said that you were the vibe. Everybody else got their energy off you on stage. How's it? What goes through your head when you get on that stage?
Autism. Like, just unleash your autism, and I do actually have it, so I'm not just being controversial.
He said that
like on stage you can just be like who you are, who you want to be, and no one cares. They just think it's part of the show. You can just be running around screaming "re" and having a seizure, and people will be like, "Oh yeah, fantastic show." You're just having a hyper on stage. It's hilarious.
I have watched some of your shows on YouTube, and you never have a shirt on, which I think is funny. You're quite metal, but just the way you move about the stage and all of that. I've always thought this guy must practice his stage movement. What you said.
It's actually nerves. I'm absolutely terrified when I'm up there, so it's just like nervous jolts and moves.
Have you got stage fright?
Yeah, it's terrifying. Like I'm not the most confident person, so as you stick me like as a frontman, I'm like, oh shit, what am I doing? Like, I've just got to make the most of it.
Is that something that's come easier over time?
I still get nervous, but yeah, it does get easier because I don't know, you just kind of care less. Yeah. You just stop caring because if people don't like your music, don't worry about it. You'll never see them again anyway. And if you do like it, then you're a winner. So it's kind of a win-win.
Really?
Do you have any sort of pre-performance rituals? Like Lyndon mentioned a lot of drinking. Is that something you do?
I don't drink. I'm the only sober member of the band, so I'll be there like a J2O or tea or something.
He says
Nice.
he did say when he came on, I think, I'm going to try and quote him here, and if he did, we'll try and find the clip and put it in. He said, I feel bad for Liam when we're up there, because the rest of us are just crackheads doing what we're doing drunk. He's the only one that actually has to sit through the performance sober, and any mistakes we make, he's the only
That's just
one.
my point. Yeah.
You don't really notice it when you're up there because you've got so much going on with the adrenaline and you're trying to concentrate on like what's actually happening. So it's only afterwards you really notice the mistakes. I mean, there's a few times where people have just got in my way though, because like Lyndon's been like off his tits sometimes and he's launched a drumstick at my head without meaning to. Like, Hamish was stood in front of the microphone swaying once, so I had to push him out the way.
That just sounds mental.
It does sound like him. What's the we asked Lyndon what his favourite memory, like craziest memory with the band is. What's yours?
Oh God, we had some right weird adventures. I mean, probably the highlight was Academy 3 when we upstaged for headliners because that was freaking awesome. Because it probably easily the biggest venue we've ever played, biggest crowd, and we've just absolutely nailed every song. But then we had this girl that followed us afterwards, and she was like, "Oh, you guys are really good. Nature's Country. I have autism too. Can I stand with you now?" And then she just followed us everywhere throughout the night, and then locked us all in an elevator. And I'm just there with my mum and dad hiding behind Hamish because he's 6'4", hiding from this girl. And definitely the craziest one.
Locked you in an elevator?
Well, yeah, stood in front of the door, so we couldn't get out.
Oh, blocked it. Okay, jeez. I mean, nice.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Is that the most mental fun you've had, I'm assuming? Was there more?
Yeah, I'd say that's the most mental one.
No, that's fair enough.
Well, we did have there was a 39-year-old Italian lady who took quite a fancy to me, and we ended up having a bit of an experience, and she ended up coming to one of our gigs and started talking to my dad, telling him all about it. Because she thought he was just our manager, but no, it was my dad. And I'm on stage with like a spotlight on my face, and I'm just going redder and redder, and I can't hide because I'm on the stage. Just like, I want to disappear now. I hate this.
Yeah. Oh dear.
That is so.
This is the proper stuff here.
Just don't download Tinder because it's where like most of it comes from.
That's the message coming out of this podcast. Going on Tinder, they know.
Because like we downloaded it as a meme to try and get fans. it's just terrible. Oh God.
So how do you put your music out there? Is it through YouTube mainly, or do you have any other? You've got Spotify, haven't you?
Yeah, we're on YouTube and Spotify. Share things on Facebook, but we're all kind of like dinosaurs when it comes to technology. So that's about it. We don't know what else to do.
But we're on YouTube because we don't know how to put it anywhere else.
I mean, it's kind of obvious. I was on mute for the first 5 minutes of this. I'm wondering why it wasn't
That was a fair one.
That was funny. Obviously, everybody in the band I've seen at one point pick up the guitar. Give us the rank, the worst, best guitarist in the band. Honest here.
I'll say Hamish is the best. I don't know, because we're all very different styles, if I'm honest. Hamish can play anything. He's like Guitar Jesus.
I'll give mine half, and we'll see how.
Brad's into a lot of his muse kind of stuff, so he likes very experimental stuff, and I like the more punk aggressive vibe. So, yeah, I'm the best. I'm the greatest. Hamish is the worst in the band.
Nice way of thinking.
I was on
me, Brad, Lyndon, Hamish.
I was in a Instagram live call interviewing Lyndon about 2-3 months back, and Brad came on, and I said to Brad, "What's your rank of guitarists?" I think I agree with him here. He said to Hamish, then you, then him, then Lyndon. Now, I've seen Hamish play. I've seen Brad play. I've seen Lyndon play. But I don't think I've ever seen you play. I'm going to be honest. My performance later if you want.
Oh, God.
Put you on the spot here.
I've got no vocal zone. I can't sing.
Yeah, Linda mentioned that the other day.
Yeah, it's kind of become a band meme. Because like, I wanted to like help my throat before I sang. I discovered vocal zone. You only meant to have like 1 or 2.
You know what that means?
Pardon?
You know what helps your throat before you sing?
Go on.
We had a musician come in, actually my brother. We had a musician come in onto the podcast. He's the only musician that's actually given us a live performance Oh, sorry. But he drank brandy before. Every single time he sings, he drinks brandy before he performs. So it opens up his vocal cords, and as well as opening up his vocal cords, it also makes him drunk, so he thinks he sounds better.
Is there a non-alcoholic version?
Yeah, that's so.
San Pellegrino, I reckon. Because it's the bubbles, isn't it?
Mm.
I reckon. Because fizzy drinks have always helped me.
Alton, stop doing that.
But with me, I've always, because I'm in a choir, I'm a youth choir, so I've always tried to drink, diet Fanta or something before I go on. To open up, mostly down here and up there.
Yeah.
So it really helps. Will's, he's in the choir, but he's not quite a good enough singer to know these kind of techniques, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can kind of hear that when you're stood next to him trying to sing, and he's putting you off. He's singing the wrong note.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing when half-time when it comes to singing. I need lessons.
Honestly, never had a singing lesson in my life. Never. When I'm performing,
confused. All right. Wait, I thought you said you're the lead singer. Do you play guitar as well or something? Do you?
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
He plays
Bass.
No.
rhythm guitar.
Yeah, I do guitar.
He's not lead guitar. Hamish is the lead guitar.
Yeah, I'm rhythm. That's why I prance around so much to distract from the fact I have no talent. It's like, look at my face, not at my hands.
It's quite self-deprecating.
It keeps me humble.
To be fair, when you're up there, you do look like you really believe it. You look like you're like, yeah, everybody look at me, Brad over there, look at Hamish, she's got cool hair, like leave him out. Lyndon, yeah, he does some cool things, but I'm the one that's jumping around everywhere near me.
Yeah. Like I go into the audience like, I'm the captain now.
So, how long have you been? Were you a founder of Crude?
Yeah.
Here we go. We're talking to a founder this time, not just someone who sucked up.
Yeah, formed in 2017. We're all in college and access to music together. It was me and Hamish. We wrote quite a few of the originals, like Prostitute, I Wanna Live, Sex Sales. They're all quite old now.
I Wanna Live is my favourite.
It's my favourite as well. It's just so angry. I mean, Sex Sales is depressing. It's about anorexia. It just makes me want to cry every time I'm singing it. So everyone's like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, no.
Should you play I Wanna Live?
Pardon?
You play I Wanna Live. I've got it on Amazon Music.
Sure.
It's not going to be good quality, but we'll just play it real quick. Find it. Which one play it? Not that one. Here we go, on my rock one. So, I don't actually know what it is.
I mean, I could just copy it over.
No, this is better. Can you hear it?
No?
No.
Nope.
Can you hear it?
Nope.
Copy it over then.
I'll copy it over.
Alright. But it's just absolute bang. Do you want to give us the guitar part for that later?
Possibly.
But so what was we've heard a lot about the band with Lyndon. What was it like before Lyndon?
It was quite difficult really because it's been me and Hamish since the beginning, but the other roles, bass and drums, have been changed that many times. I didn't have anyone longer than 3 or 4 months before Lyndon. So it was a lot of messing around, and it was quite slow because we had to keep getting people, training them up, and then they'd leave, or our last bassist ran off with my girlfriend at the time, which was fantastic. So then we grabbed Brad from college. I mean, Brad was never meant to be a full-time member. He was just like filling in to help us out, but he does a good job, so thought we'd keep him.
So was Lyndon before Brad?
Pardon?
Lyndon before Brad?
No, Lyndon's been with us about 8 months. We had a lady called Julie on the drums. Nice lady in her 30s, and she really good on the drums, but she didn't quite fit the vibe, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
She's a fantastic drummer, lovely woman, but just different ideas of what we wanted to do, so we just had to separate in the end.
That's one thing that I found really hard about bands not being in and out of bands, is you can't come to an agreement with what music we're going to perform. The one that I was with when we performed in front of the school, they were quite a bluesy, country and Fortunate Son.
Yeah.
That's not my style of music. I'm more Motley Crue, hit with Steel Panther. Not really, so trying to find people in this day and age, while everyone's listening to gangster rap, whatever it is people listen to nowadays.
Yeah.
Top of the charts, and Katy Perry and all that. Trying to find people who want to play metal or punk music. Really hard.
It's even harder finding people that'll come and watch you.
Yeah. Point. What sort of crowds do you get, like number-wise?
It depends. We have played to empty rooms before. We've done it where the only other the only audience we had were the other bands, but they were some of the best gigs we've done in terms of networking. We've played to. I think there were at least 100 people at Academy 3. It's quite a big one. I didn't count everyone. I had lights in my eyes. I couldn't see anything on stage. But it kind of varies. So you've just got to gauge your audience on the night with how you act as well.
So do you get paid the same amount? Do you get a percentage of ticket sold, or do you get a fixed payment?
We don't normally get paid.
You don't get paid?
So this isn't your job then at all?
I'd like it to be, but I have to work as a lifeguard on the side to actually survive.
You got the hair for lifeguard.
Oh Jesus! I have to sit on a chair for 10 hours a day listening to Lewis Capaldi on the charts.
Just play your own tunes down there at the beach.
I mean, we've been on the radio once, and I asked my manager if we could switch the station, and they're like, no.
Your lifeguard like a swimming pool at a beach.
Swimming pool. Do you know any beaches in Manchester?
You've got a point. I
mean, what am I doing, lifeguard in the canal? Oh no, there's a goose in danger.
Well, you're supposed to be smart.
I didn't realise.
Where did he come from? We had Lyndon Ashworth, fresh out of Manchester.
I thought he could drive out to Bournemouth every day or something. I don't know. Oh,
but you don't actually get paid for your gigs?
Sometimes we have, sometimes we don't. It's very different. I mean, more often than not, we play for exposure.
Not even get free drinks.
I mean, it's a bit useless for me. I don't drink.
The rest of the band will drink your weight.
We'll pay you in alcohol, and I'm so I'm not getting paid then.
Take it home.
What?
Take it all home and sell it.
Pardon?
Take it all home and sell it.
Now, I think I normally just take it and give it Lyndon.
Yeah, I can see it. We've got 10 minutes left.
Yes, it's all right. Okay, I'll cut from this bit here because you had to say we've got 10 minutes left. All right. We'll keep going, or will we rejoin a meeting?
Just keep going, and then live performance.
Right.
Get 5 minutes live performance.
So we'll cut back in. All right, 3, 2, 1.
So, obviously, you've been part of Crude for a while now. Were you in a band before that, or?
Yeah, I've been in band since I was 13. Never really went anywhere. Most of them were just doing Smoke on the Water and Seven Nation Army. The typical stats, beginner songs. I was in a band with two girls for about 2-3 years. But that wasn't really serious. It was just a bit of fun. So I'd say Crude is my first serious band where I'm trying to take it somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, you've got, as you said earlier, you've got Spotify, you've got Amazon Music, you've got a YouTube channel. So it is quite, if anyone wants to go check them out, Good Virtue, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music.
I don't know. I'll have to ask Hamish.
But go and check them out because they are brilliant. And even if they're not your style of music, go listen to their songs.
Yeah, give it.
But I thought they are banging.
Right.
And Lyndon said that you were jumping in the studio at one point to record some more songs. When are those songs coming out?
I've written a song about Tinder. That one's called Digital Whore.
Wait for that one.
I mean, a lot of our songs are we talk about serious issues in life, but with humour and sarcasm, just make a mockery out of it a bit. It's like an unhealthy coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Make sure your humour's darker than the depression, and you'll be fine.
Not in all cases, but.
What was prostitute?
Prostitutes. It's more or less a commentary on the fact that everyone's got to sell themselves in some way to something in order to survive. It's not just the sex workers. It's like I said, even me having a job as a lifeguard, I'm selling my time to make a living.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole line about highest bidder lay claim to me while I forget to live is all about just looking for a job and selling yourself for like whoever will pay you the most.
Auction. All right. How did you come up with the idea? Oh, sorry. Crude Virtue. What made you actually decide to create this new band? What gave you the ideas for
And where did the name?
Yeah.
The name came from my Xbox gamer tag. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, it just gets better and better. I love this. Oh, no, that's good. That's good. All right, I like this. How did you? So you were at college, were you? You just wanted to form a band?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we had to be in a band as part of the course because it was music performance. So it was me and this lad called Tom, just the two of us, and we needed a band, and obviously hooked up with Hamish, this other lad on the drums. Created Crude.
So you started as part of your course.
Yeah.
Did you create any songs which now only? So was Prostitute or anything like written as part of your course or not?
Yeah.
Hey,
Were you prostitute at college?
Yeah, Prostitute and I Want to Live. We wrote Sex Cells as well, but I didn't actually write the lyrics were recorded until the day we were recording them.
All right.
I've kind of put
So did you get marks and feedback on your songs?
I don't think we did, if I'm honest. It was more or less like actually performing them, but you know you've written a good song when you've got the stoners headbanging at the front.
Yeah. So looking at the time, we tried to say that we'd get Liam to do a slight live performance, 3D thing. So over to you.
Don't know what to perform. Ah, fuck. Toby's the dog. Gonna have to get me acoustics for this jazz. Yeah, cut this bit out. It's kind of awkward. Get me a guitar.
I'll keep it. I'll
explain something real quick.
That was scary.
So basically, this is actually getting on my nerves now, doing all these interviews online, and I can't wait for COVID to be over. When COVID's over, me, our guest, we're actually going to record it in person. It's going to be a lot less awkward, hopefully better quality, and hopefully just better overall.
So what was that?
Can you hear me? Explain again, then.
So basically getting better speakers.
Coming soon to cinema near you will be Clueless podcast actually in the same room together so that it's better. Instead of online laptop, which is getting on my nerves now. It's every single week we've had a technical difficulty. Got to even mention this whole thing in the corner, remaining time 3 minutes, 1 3 seconds. I don't care how. I'm gonna record it until I've stopped recording. Alright, Liam looks about ready.
I mean, you've got 3.5 minutes. All right, let's go.
Right.
Also, mute yourself so it's better audio quality.
Ciao.
Anyway, I'll do sex sales for you. It sounds a lot better when you've got electrics. But shut up, Liam. Just play the fucking song. Sorry, guys. Wanna be beautiful, Adonis of Venus divine. Crystallize my dedication to the legacy I leave behind. And my blessings in and melt into my bone. And the media put me on a throne. All I care about is losing weight. Who cares for dying when you look this great? I give myself as an offering to the feast. I'm a commodity, I'm just fuel to the fire and another cupboard in the street. Now my helpless never stand by watching her weep. Sex has on there, choose your meat. Wanna be an idol, such baby Timothy Reed. I'll be for nothing if you don't remember me. I'm a hot Gibson at the start of the day. Please don't let me fade away. So consuming my own vanity. All that's left is just my memory. I give myself an offering to the beach. I'm a commodity. I'm just fuel to the fire in another cupboard in the street. While my helpless lovers stand by watching her weep. Sex sells on there, choose your meat. Solo. I play rhythm. I'm just fuel to the fire and another cupboard in the street. I'm a helpless level stand by watching a weep. Sex sells on there, choose your meat.
So guys, the video cut off due to time restrictions, but I texted Liam, I was like, sorry mate, cut off, he said it's right, basically the end of the song. So you didn't miss too much. But thank you very much for coming on though, Liam. It's been a pleasure to have you on. Really good live performance. And great to find out more about you and about Crude. And we'll be more than happy to have you back on in a few weeks. We've got a plan for when you come on tour, you come down south, down our area, you come round, do a live performance downstairs, a performance we'll put live on the Clueless podcast Instagram channel. Halsey will leave a link in the description below, although I've actually noticed that every time I say Halsey's going to leave a description, Halsey's going to leave a link in the description below, actually never done that. So this time,
I can't.
come on, even I can do it on my personal channel.
I'm not on Instagram at the moment, am I?
Just go on Instagram and do it.
All right, I'll get Instagram. All right.
Anyway, so we'd love to have you back on. Love to have you do a live performance where we're going to have recording time. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Oh, but it's not the end yet. Before Liam goes, we tell her the person of the week.
Oh, Jesus.
Good point.
I'd probably say it's a Facebook friend called Mackenzie Ryan, because she set up this music group called Songbird on. It's basically got a lot of musicians from Manchester around the country, just sharing a load of stuff. Done a few live streams with them. It's just been good for networking. I met quite a few people from it. So, Mackenzie Ryan.
Right, shout out to that.
Is House going to leave a link in the description?
No.
Anyway,
all right.
guys, so much for watching, and until next time, stay safe.